Last night, Tottenham Hotspur cancelled the game between Spurs and Rennes in the Europa Conference League on Thursday evening. Rennes are very unhappy about it. UEFA stated the game still must go ahead, but now this morning, UEFA have stated that the game has now been postponed. Welcome back to the channel, hope you're all keeping well. In today's video, I'll be going through all of the stories regarding the Tottenham Hotspur v Rennes game that was meant to be played 8 o'clock at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium this evening. Just before I get into today's video, make sure that you download the OneFootball app for all of the live football scores, results and news, as well as getting all of the latest Spurs news on this channel. You can also see it all here. Download the OneFootball app to keep up to date with everything Tottenham Hotspur, club news, transfer news, match information, videos, tables and results from all around the world. Don't miss out, and please do let me know what you think of this app. Now let's start with a report from the Daily Mirror. Lots going on about the game that was scheduled for tonight at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium when we were meant to be playing Rennes in the Europa Conference League. Now in the Daily Mirror today it says UEFA confirm Tottenham's Europa Conference League match against Rennes is off. Tottenham's final Europa Conference League game against Rennes has been postponed after a COVID outbreak in the Premier League club squad with no new date yet set. The report then states that Tottenham reported 13 positive COVID tests among their players and staff yesterday afternoon in Antonio Conte's press conference. It then states the news follows an announcement from the Premier League club the day before the game, but their French opponents had initially refused to recognise the statement, revealing that they had already arrived in London when Spurs announced the postponement. Spurs had seen a COVID outbreak sweep through their squad with at least 8 players and 5 staff members testing positive. A rearranged date for the game has yet to be announced, which will be the final group match for both sides and will determine whether the London club progresses to the knockout rounds of this competition. This morning, Sky Sports received confirmation from UEFA about the decision to postpone the game less than 24 hours after Tottenham's own statement. Now, in Tottenham's statement, they said discussions are ongoing with UEFA and we shall provide a further update on this fixture in due course. Spurs said that at the time of their own announcement, at which point Rennes were unmoving. Rennes then went on to say, as the match is not officially called off by UEFA, Rennes has stuck to its decision to play the game. Also, in Rennes' statement, it says Tottenham's representatives did not announce the number of players with COVID, even though the rule states the match must be played if a team has 13 outfield players and a goalkeeper. Now, as most of us would have seen in Antonio Conte's press conference yesterday, ahead of this game that was meant to be going ahead tonight against Rennes, Antonio Conte said, I think this is a serious problem and it's a pity because during the press conference, I would like to talk about football and not COVID. This is not a good thing for you, me, our fans, or football. Conte then added, these are situations that have made me very upset because of the situation is serious and it is contagious and there is a big infection. Now for sure we are a bit scared because tomorrow we don't know what happens. Back to the report from the Daily Mirror, it then says that Tottenham are second in their group after conceding a late goal to lose to Mura in their previous European match and likely need a win to reach the next round of this competition. They can potentially go through with a point against group winners Rennes, depending on the outcome in the other group game between Vitesse and Mura. And lastly, it states no announcement has been made regarding the Vitesse game, and if it does go ahead on Thursday tonight as planned, then Spurs will know exactly what they need when they kick off against Rennes. Now, my thoughts on this, personally, I think that our club, Tottenham Hotspur, deserve a lot of credit for calling this game off because without Tottenham doing so, the game would still be going ahead because UEFA wanted it still to go ahead and so did Rennes. Rennes, in their statement, have been extremely salty, in my opinion, when they said in the last part of their statement that this lack of fair play is all the more glaring as Tottenham confirmed the match by email in the early afternoon before warning Rennes of their intention not to play immediately after landing in the London city. Well, that was when Antonio Conte was doing his press conference in the morning yesterday, 11 cases at Spurs, when Antonio Conte done his press conference, it was 13. Gianluca Di Marzio, the Italian journalist and very close friend of Antonio Conte, has now reported that there is now 20 cases at Tottenham, and the cases seem to be increasing by the hour and by the day at Spurs. Tottenham definitely did the right thing, and I tell you what, I cannot believe a professional football club in Rennes wanted this game to go ahead and put their own players and staff at risk, and everybody else, including the fans going into the stadium as well. And the UEFA, the governing body of European football, wanted this game to go ahead as well. I find it incredible. I cannot believe, that Rennes and UEFA, no statement have come out from both of them, stating that they wish our players all of the very best. They wish them a speedy recovery. No player welfare here whatsoever. I'm absolutely disgusted about UEFA and Rennes, their decisions and what they wanted to do. And as I say, without Tottenham stating this game will not be going ahead, UEFA and Rennes would have had it going ahead. Now, the interesting thing for me is that obviously Tottenham made this decision without UEFA and without Rennes' approval. So will that go against us? Will we be fined? Will we be, given a punishment for next year's competition if we were to enter a UEFA competition? Will we get thrown out of this year's competition? Will this game actually go ahead? The interesting thing as well is that on their website, UEFA's, it actually states that all group stage games must be played by the 31st of December. Well, of course, a lot of our players now and a lot of the squad and a lot of the staff members will be now self-isolating for 10 days. Also interesting to see what happens in the Premier League against Brighton this Sunday and Leicester next Thursday. Can we fit all of these games in? The Europa Conference League game against Rennes by the 31st of December. I'm not so sure. Personally, I'm really hoping for a statement from UEFA, very quickly, because I want to know whether Tottenham, 1, are still in this competition, 2, whether Spurs are going to be fined, and 3, whether there's going to be any further punishment for Tottenham's decision to go against UEFA and to go against Rennes. But as I say, I'm absolutely disgusted with the attitude from both UEFA and Rennes, and Tottenham Hotspur have done us fans proud, because, sometimes things must come before football, and health is certainly one of those. Thanks for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do let me know all of your thoughts and comments in the comment section below on everything I've spoken about in today's video. If you don't subscribe to this channel as yet, please do hit that subscribe button. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you later for another Tottenham news video. Until then, come on you Spurs.